Hey everyone! So today we are going to be reacting to the very first trailer for the book-to-movie adaptation of Miss Peregrines Home for Peculiar Children. Now, I didn't read this book until last year. I have it in paperback. I love the book. I love the way... I just love this book. This book is amazing. I like how the fact that on the back cover it has a John Green review. And John Green, as we all know, wrote The Fault in Our Stars and Paper Towns and Looking for Alaska. But another thing, I like the fact that on the inside page, in the praise for this book, it says, a thrilling Tim Burton-esque tale with haunting photographs by the USA Today. The movie is being directed by Tim Burton. So, without further ado, let's watch this trailer. Play. Starting out with Olive. Oh, the island!
Come with me. There's a place I go when I want to be alone.
The scene of the book! Ah! It looks so good!
How did you...
Hey, it's my peculiarity. If I show you the rest, you have to promise not to run away.
What?
Right on time. Miss Peregrine, delighted to meet you.
He's invisible.
Of course. We're what's known in common parlance as peculiar. Claire, why aren't you eating? She's embarrassed in front of Jake.
Don't be.
Outside world. We live in places like this, where no one can find us.
Jake, come and play.
I knew you were one of us when you were born. It's time for you to learn what you can do.
But I'm just ordinary.
No, you're not. You were born to protect us. Promise me one thing.
Shit!
Look after them, Jake.
I promise.
I did not think we would see that in the first trailer. Oh my gosh! September 30th. Ah! Okay, so, rundown of the trailer. Going back. I love the, play. I love the opening thing. It looks so much like this part of the book. It looks so much like that. And then it's in the shape of a bird. Like, it looks so good. And then it opens, of course, with the 20th Century Fox logo, but it's very much dimmed down, like grayscale. Then it's got other opening credits. And then we see the shot of the ocean with the islands in which the book is set. It's got that in there. What's this island called again? Cairnholm. Yeah, Cairnholm. We see Cairnholm across the ocean, which is very cool. And then we see Jacob, and I'm not quite sure who this is. If it's, the fire one? Emma is her name? God, it's been so long since I've read these. You have patience with me. Yeah, Emma Bloom. I'm not sure if this is Emma Bloom or if this is Olive, because we see later that she tells us later she's got power over her peculiarity is air. And but it's so confusing for me because this scene in the book is between Jacob and Emma. If it's in the movie, if it's between Olive and Jacob, I don't think I'm upset by this right now. But it's if they're trying to make it seem like Olive and Jacob have a thing, no, that's not cool. Unless Emma also, because she has the fire, has the ability of over air and stuff. I don't know. It wasn't I haven't read the last book, so if she has power over air in the last book, it's confusing me. But then, yeah, we see her clear the water out of this part of the ship, and Jacob's just like, whoa. Asa Butterfield looks... I'm happy with his casting as Jacob, honestly. I need to look it up. But then we see them in the... And yeah, I think it is Olive because she's wearing the boots that we see her wearing when she takes them off and flies up. So I'm thinking this is Olive in this scene. So I'm not completely upset by this at this point. But if they try and make it so that they're in love, I'm not okay with that at all. But it seems to me like they are making it out to be that they're in love, unless I didn't see the boots. But then we see Ava Green, whatever her name is, as Miss Peregrine, and I love the way she looks in this film so far. I love the way she looks. Tim Burton is very good at this. And then we see our shot of Millard, the invisible boy, playing soccer with... I am wondering if that... No, that's not Horace. I'm wondering if that's Enoch. Or if that's Hugh. That could potentially be Hugh. I don't know who that is, but that would be cool. And then we see the shot of the two kids fighting over a teddy bear, and then Miss Peregrine just takes it and splits it in half and gives it to them. And then we see a little girl, I don't know who this is at this point, running up behind them. Oh, no, never mind, that's Claire. We see her later on in the trailer in her mouth and the back of her head. And then we see, I don't remember, hang on, going back, playing this, pausing it, here. That could be Hugh, except, no, Horace. It looks like it could potentially be Horace, the way he's dressed and the monocle thing. That could potentially be Horace, but I don't know. I think it is Horace because he's showing people what happened or what will happen. So yeah, it's Horace. And then we see a shot of the dinner table. No, going forward a little bit. No, back. There we go. And then we see a shot of all of them eating dinner. We see Jacob, then Emma, or Olive. I am so confused at this point. Did they combine Emma and Olive? If they combined Emma and Olive, I'm not going to be happy. But then we see, Hugh in the beehive hat. And we see Claire and Bronwyn we see later on. I'm very confused right now by what is going on. But Miss Peregrine asks Claire why she's not eating, and Hugh says it's because she's embarrassed, and Jacob says don't be, and she just eats at the back of her head. That was cool. And yeah, of course, Miss Peregrine winks at her while she eats. And I dropped the book. But then we see Olive taking off her shoes and flying up. And Jacob's got the rope. So she's not flying up. But that's the good thing. There we go. Putting a duckling or a squirrel back in the nest. And then we see... Shoot! I don't remember any of these kids' names off the top of my head, but the one that can grow plants. Fiona. We see Fiona growing grass. Oh my gosh, this is so cool. And then we see them all out for a walk. And then we see Bronwyn, and she lifts up Jacob and spins him around. And then we see more shots of Miss Peregrine and Jacob. And then we see a book called A Peculiar History. So I'm curious. I'm very curious. But Miss Peregrine said she knew that Jacob was peculiar from the moment he was born. Miss Peregrine didn't know Jacob from the moment he was born, except for... No, his grandpa was writing back and forth to Miss Peregrine. That's why. And then we see our first shot of one of the whites. I believe this is... Yeah, that's Samuel L. Jackson as that one. And we see Jacob back away from it. So this is later on in the movie. And then we see Miss Peregrine make them promise. And then we see a shot of all of them again. You see Horace and Fiona and Claire and Bronwyn and Olive. I think they did make... Oh, that's going to make me upset. I think they did make Olive and Emma probably the same character, which is... No, not cool! But yeah, we see this nice shot of them, and then we make Miss Peregrine... We see this wonderful shot of Miss Peregrine turning into her bird form, which is, in fact, the peregrine falcon. And then we see the title screen once again. And then, right after the title screen, we see the Hologast. And it looks creepier than what it does in the book. But it still looks creepy. It's got no eyes and it's completely white, but it's still got all those tentacle things. And it looks so very human-esque. And it's like, yeah, that's kind of how I imagined it. Except I imagined it with more tentacles. And with eyes, of course. But oh my goodness. It looks so freaky. And then we see Jacob aiming an arrow at it as its tongues are coming out towards the screen. September 30th. I know this was a really long video, guys, but I feel like I had to break this down. Okay, so she is playing Emma, but Emma somehow got Olive's powers. Well, peculiarity. Yep. That's not making me happy right now. I'll still go see the movie because I want to see how the movie does. So I'm sorry for the long video, guys, but I hope you enjoyed. Please like, comment, and subscribe. As always, I will leave the link down to the trailer in the description below, so you can check it out whenever you want. Bye, guys.